time for the first Melbourne Derby of this A-League season. Melbourne City, Melbourne Victory going head-to-head tonight in just round 2. City coming off an opening round victory away to Newcastle. Melbourne Victory last week, 0-0 draw away to Central Coast Mariners. So this is shaping up to be an exciting matchup, an important match for both sides to grab 3 points, obviously, but you especially look at Melbourne Victory, who are coming off that run that saw them get to the Australia Cup final. A lot of expectations around this team that they're going to have a successful year. Melbourne City, well, they'll remember that elimination final in the Melbourne Derby at the end of last season, that incredible match, which ended in a victory win in the end on the penalty shootout. So we're excited for this one. Arlison, good to see you here. Excited for this as Bacon Gaming. Welcome, Bacon Gaming. Great name, Bacon Gaming. Wow. Leanne's dropping in with a 3-1 City prediction. That's a big one. I feel like a lot of people may be swaying the way of victory. Actually, we'd love to hear from you guys, so feel free to throw some predictions for this game in the chat. Good to see Brady here as well. Marcus says, wanted City Terrace Tifo. Yes, I'm sure it's going to be a fantastic atmosphere in Amy Park for this one tonight, as there always is for the Melbourne Derby, as there always is. So, very glad that you guys are joining us here for this live watch-along for the Melbourne Derby tonight. We were live last week for the Sydney Derby, which was a great watch-along, so hopefully another fantastic Derby coming up here. And we were live just half an hour ago. We were doing a live watch-along for Adelaide Mariners, 1-1 draw in the end. Mariners, first half was basically all Adelaide. Second half, Mariners were a lot better. And on the balance of play, 1-1 draw probably feels like a fair result. So thanks to everyone who joined us just early this afternoon for that watch along. Marcus has dropped in a prediction, says 3-1 victory. Brady here says 4-2 to City or 2-1 to victory. I love going both ways. That's fair enough. Intellectual says, damn, Mariners stole my glory. Going to be a cracker tonight. Great to see you here, random Liverpool fan. I'm sure it will be a fantastic match. And as Leanne here says in the chat, no Roderick Miranda for victory is huge. It's a big loss. It is a big, big loss. We're going to dive into the lineups in just a moment. Kickoff is just around the corner as well. You can watch this game on 10 Play, on 10 Bold, on Paramount Plus. It's available to watch on freeware here in Australia. Intellectual's dropping a 2-2 prediction. And that was my prediction as well. In the predictions video that we did this week, I did call for a draw. I called a 1-1 draw. Sometimes these derby games can be really sort of a real, cagey match, especially in the first half. So I feel like we might get that kind of a start in this game. Random Liverpool fan is saying 2-1 victory. Yeah, look, it's interesting. It does feel like heading into this season, the Victory seemed to be the favourites out of the Melbourne teams to sort of finish the highest this season. Melbourne City impressed me last week. Their organisation, the way they set up the team was very impressive. A 4-3-3 formation. They were playing very fluid, attacking football. 1-0 win against Newcastle Jets. They had to do a lot of defending in the end. Had a red card to Jimmy Jago in the end. So I'm very curious to see if they do really sort of, control the early stages of this game, which they could well do because they've got some quality players on the pitch. And Nathaniel Atkinson in the starting lineup tonight. Ugarkovic in midfield, quality player. Jonathan Cohen, new winger, who grabbed an assist last week. He's starting up top. Andrew Naboot, Mark Attilio for City. So they have got a dangerous team, that's for sure. We won't be doing a live stream for the Cahill and Ronaldinho match, but good to see a lot of people are really excited for that one. Brady says Auckland v Sydney will be a banger. Yeah, we're very much looking forward to that one tomorrow. Should be a fantastic match. Auckland, Sydney, two teams who won the opening round matches last week. Look at the fans in the stands, man. Great to see Amy Park full of supporters once again. G'day, Fortnite says, "Sup, Lockie? Just got back from the game. I've never seen that angry in my life. Was he? What was there something specific that he was angry about? On the broadcast, I don't remember him seeing him particularly angry. But do you know what he was angry about, Fortnite? Was it at full time when the whistle blew? Because I think I saw something then. But Yeah, there you go. Fortnight, who was just at the Adelaide Mariners game, 1-1 in that game. We did a live watch along for that one earlier this afternoon. Pretty entertaining watch in the end. Disappointed that my Mariners couldn't get the win in the end. I was pretty happy with our second half performance. But all the attention now turns to the Melbourne Derby. One more game on later tonight as well. We've also got the Distance Derby, if we're still calling it that. We've got Perth Glory, Wellington Phoenix coming up a bit later. That's right, Leanne. Tonight is technically a City home game. Of course, Amy Park home to both of these teams, but this is Melbourne City's home game tonight. You can see as the teams are in the tunnel, all the Melbourne City banners and Melbourne City signage is up. No worries, Master FUT. Of course, a busy night for A-League fans tonight, isn't it? Busy night indeed. So the teams come out of the tunnel. A lot of anticipation around this game, just round 2, and we've already got a Melbourne Derby. Obviously, it's been great to have. We've had Sydney Derby round 1. We've got Melbourne Derby round 2. Next week we've got Auckland playing Wellington for the first time ever, which will be a lot of fun. But a great spectacle here as the teams come out of the tunnel onto Amy Park, which looks pretty near capacity. So let's talk about the lineups. Let's have a look at them right now. So Melbourne City. So we'll keep an eye on exactly City lineup for this game as the game plays out. Germain Ferreira starts in defense tonight. Centre back. So we expect Kai Truan to step up into midfield, which is a role he can play, a defensive midfield role. On the broadcast, they're suggesting it could be a back 5. We'll keep an eye on that one. Ugarkovic, Atkinson in there in midfield. The front 3 of Tilio, Naboot, Cohen. And again, another start for Patrick Beach, who was so good last week for Melbourne City. Made some great saves against Newcastle Jets. So Patrick Beach, again, getting the nod over Jamie Young. For Melbourne Victory's lineup, some big changes. Of course, as we know, Roderick Miranda is out with suspension. So Josh Rawlins is coming in to replace him. No surprises there. But the big change is up top. Fornaroli dropped. Virgos in. The Greek striker given his first A-League start here. Scored a few goals in the Australia Cup and a huge opportunity in a Melbourne derby here for Nikos Virgos. Bruno Fornaroli on the bench. And Daniel Arzani, we should also mention, is on the bench tonight. Daniel Arzani missed out on round 1 due to suspension. There was a bit of conjecture that maybe Arzani should come straight into the starting lineup. The answer is no, that is not the case. Ren Episcopo does start out on the left, we expect. Virgos, score, please, says Marcus. And g'day once again to Average Target Frog, who is in our previous stream for the Adelaide Mariners watch-along. Thanks to everyone who joined us for that one. And this is set to be another entertaining game once again. Random Liverpool fan asks, what are your opinions on Perth Glory this season? How do you think they'll do? I thought they'd have a better season, but the round 1 match was shocking. Yeah, I don't think the round 1 match is... I don't think we should read into it too much. I mean, David Zrilic, the head coach, said it himself that, they should bounce back. They should bounce back. And do they do it tonight? It'd be great if they get a win tonight. I don't know if they'll win tonight. I don't think they will. I don't think they'll be all that bad this season. I believe around that round 1, 6-1 loss, Wayne MacArthur is going to be an outlier for them this season. I think Glory will be competitive this season. Yeah. Make sure to join us tomorrow night for our A-League round recap. So tomorrow night, we did our first one last Sunday. Every Sunday night, we're doing an A-League round recap, 8 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Time. So join us almost this time tomorrow night as we recap all the A-League games. So we're going to be breaking down everything, talking about all the action. So make sure to join us for that one. But now it is time for the Melbourne Derby. Melbourne City, Melbourne Victory. Who will win the first derby of the season? Of course, these teams play 3 times throughout the season. Patrick Kisnorbo, what a story here. He is coaching Melbourne Victory after having some pretty successful times with Melbourne City. Now coaching the rivals. Alex King refereeing this match, 140th A-League match for Alex King, one of the most notable referees in the A-League. So we'll keep an eye on the setup for both teams. Appreciate you guys tuning in for this live watch along Hit the like button, support the stream. You can also consider sending through a super chat. Sydney victory, wearing their new, both in their home kits. Their fresh home kits. We're underway. City get us underway. Who will dominate the early stages of this contest? Some strong lineups named by both teams. So, first of all, I think all eyes have to be on Melbourne City and how exactly do they line up. And it does look like Kai Truan is playing that defensive midfield role, as we suspect. It's a position that he did play a number of times during his time at Brisbane Roar over the last few years. So, he will anchor that midfield. First Melbourne Derby experience for young Australian defender / midfielder Kai Truan. Keep an eye on Marco Tilio on that left flank for City tonight. Scored the one and only goal in that game against Newcastle last week. Andrew Naboot starting up through the middle tonight. Melbourne victory. Keep an eye on someone like Zinedine Machash, who's capable of really changing a game. Piscopo on the ball. Valupale, here's a chance for victory. Real chance for them. Boss down the left. Needs to get his delivery correct. Can't find Virgos. Cyprian with the crucial block at the back. But that opened up pretty easily there for victory. I mean, City, that right-hand side was vacant. A little bit concerning for a really a Vidmar side early on there. Brendan Hamill, Josh Rawlins in the center of defense for victory tonight. No Roderick Miranda. So it looks like it is Brendan Hamill maybe playing into that left side essential defender. Brendan Hamill, very experienced defender, played at a number of A-League clubs, now back in the A-League once again at victory. And you've got someone who's a bit younger in Josh Rawlins, formerly of Perth Glory. Still very young, a lot of potential. Long ball from City. That will not find Andrew Naboot, who's playing that central forward role tonight. Obviously, a lot of conversation around, who exactly would sort of play that role for Melbourne City, that striker position. As we know, Jamie McLaren departing the club in the off-season, in the transfer window. Max Caputo, a lot of talk about him, but he's out injured with a broken leg. There was also a suggestion that Leckie was going to return for this game. Not included in the matchday squad. I mean, it was funny too, because Matt Leckie was involved in a lot of the pre-game interviews and stuff. They did some pre-game media stuff during the week, and Matt Leckie was the player involved for City. And he's not even involved in the game. I mean, if you're unsure whether he's going to play, why would you pick Matt Leckie to go do media stuff? Ryan Teague with a shot from range. Trickles wide. So it's a weird one. It's a weird one from City's point of view. The fact that they, if you're not sure if Leckie's going to play, just don't let him do interviews. Pick literally any one of these other players. Pick Nathaniel Atkinson, who's back in the A-League. Bertrand, welcome to the chat. Says, come on, victory. Come on, victory. Over the top from Boss. Bouncing ball, flicked in behind. Nishan Valupale, good chance. Nishan, great finish. 1-0 victory. The Socceroo opens the scoring. What a finish. Great goal, dude. Great goal. Melbourne victory. Less than 5 minutes on the clock, and they have the lead. What a moment. That is Nishan Valupale. Well, Cyprian loses the aerial duel through from Virgos was delightful. And what a finish. Patrick Beach will be disappointed that he didn't do better there. But that is delightful. Melbourne victory lead. And it's Nish Valupale. Incredible. Incredible. Great finish. This is a guy who's coming off a couple Socceroos appearances, scored on his Socceroos debut. He's coming off, he must have so much confidence coming off these Socceroos appearances. And here we go, showing up in the first Melbourne derby of the season and scoring a massive, massive goal. Great finish, Nishan Velupillay. Incredible. Wow, indeed. As Liverpool fan says here, Velupillay has been amazing so far this season. Amazing indeed. I mean, that's just fantastic. The way that he drove forward with such conviction and the finish, man. The finish under Patrick Beach was superb. So early on here. As Liverpool fan says here as well. Yep, great in the cup. Great for the Socceroos too. Indeed. Matthew asks, Young should retire. Beach should be back up, and City should sign a new goalkeeper. Who should they get? Honestly, in my opinion, Patrick Beach is good enough. Patrick Beach is good enough to be a starting goalkeeper. He's fantastic. He was at the books. He was on the books at Mariners a couple seasons ago. Fantastic keeper with enormous potential, and had a great game last week against Newcastle. So I'd say Patrick Beach to be the starting goalkeeper. I've got another good goalkeeper coming through in Neuenhausen. Yeah. So I think they're set before. That's right, intellectual. We did the griddle earlier today, so no griddle at halftime, but we can recap the results, that's for sure. Oh, Marcus mentions Glover. It's a fair shout, considering that Tom Glover doesn't appear to be getting much game time over in England at the moment. So it's an interesting shout there, Marcus. I don't mind that one. What a start, though. Melbourne victory lead. If you're just tuning in, Nishan Velupillay scoring in under 5 minutes. Melbourne victory. Fantastic finish. Great move from Victory. I mean, that through ball from Virgos, too, was fantastic, wasn't it? Under pressure. The way he played it through, perfectly weighted for his teammate. Bajic, left-hand side. Atkinson, the give and go. Here comes Aziz Bajic. Another Socceroo on the park. Jonathan Cohen in his first Melbourne derby. Here's Cohen. On the left, blocked by Boss. So Melbourne City, I mean, how do they respond? How do they respond after conceding so early here? Birigitti's another good shout too. Yeah, Mark Birigitti. I mean, he would be a great pickup for anyone in the A-League, to be fair. Mark Birigitti. I mean, there was some rumors going around that he was even going to return to Mariners this season. Didn't eventuate, obviously. Perth Gorey. Could they have done with Mark Birigitti? They've still got, a couple good goalkeepers there, and Ollie Sale and Cameron Cook. Oh, look at this. Another through ball here. Nikos Virgos in behind. His first Melbourne derby. Virgos in on his left. Shooting. Nicely taken, but that's a good save from Beach. A save you'd probably expect your goalkeeper to make there, Patrick Beach, but that was a good stop. But Melbourne victory again. Just like shifting through City so easily there. Already 3 shots on goal early on. Piscopo in behind. Reno Piscopo teeing it up for Velupillay, who just gets his foot caught in it. The shot from Achash. Good defending. Atkinson, who's hurt. Play on here. Nikos Virgos on the right. Back for Valadon. Great energy from Melbourne victory early on here. Great energy. Piscopo, that's a nice flick. Achash on the ball. Great little piece of defending there from Truan, though. So, Melbourne City just need to try and calm things down a little bit. Centre-back partnership for City tonight. Soprine and Ferreira. Herman Ferreira. New defensive signing at Melbourne City. Arrived in the most recent transfer window. I mean, big call to bring him into this derby game for his first start. Oh, that's a poor giveaway. Here's a chance for City. Atkinson on the ball. Geordie Valadon tracked him well. Melbourne Victory. So disappointed after losing their last couple finals. They made it to the Australia Cup final, the A-League Grand Final this year, losing both. So hungry for success. Last A-League championship was 2018. Tilio's cross. Straight into the hands of Duncan. Exciting start to this game. Melbourne Victory clearly up for it. Piscopo looking to get in behind again on the left. Good run from Rena Piscopo in behind towards Virgos, who scores to make it 2. Nikos Virgos scoring his first A-League goal for Victory, and they have a 2-goal lead. Wow. What a start for Kisnorbo's side against his former team. Patrick Beach looks rattled in the City goal, but Nikos Virgos has just scored for Victory, and it's 2-0. Aurelio Vidmar is frantically pointing at a laptop screen as they're trying to figure out how did this go wrong. Well, Talbot completely out of position again. I mean, just a lack of desire from Talbot to really track back, and that's way too easy. That's shocking defending from City. That is awful defending from Melbourne City. Piscopo gets around Truan way too easily, and Virgos is completely and utterly unmarked. That is disgraceful defending from Melbourne City. There's no two ways about it. They have been found out here, and Victory deservedly have a 2-goal lead. What a start, says Liverpool fan. Beach was poor, says Matthew. Incredible. Brilliant by Renner. That's right, Newey Jets. That's right. Wow, Virgos. Given the start, I mean, it's a big call heading into this game, wasn't it? A real big call to give him the nod ahead of Fornaroli. But there you go. After just 12 minutes, Melbourne Victory have the lead. City, this is not the start that they want. City now, and Aurelio Vidmar has to really rally his troops, try and get them on the ball, just try and calm things down. And again, it's been the counterattack that Victory have just utilized so well, just flying forward. We saw it last week against Mariners. They used the counterattack really well. And it's working so well for them right now, man. Piscopo surprising me, says Marcus. Great start to this game for Rena Piscopo. Great start. G'day, Brendan in the chat. Says Victory for the win. What a start for Victory, says average target frog. Matthew says City missing McLaren and Natel. Liverpool fan says still getting flashbacks to our first ever match versus West United when they were brand new. When they were brand new to the league, 2-0 up very early, ended up losing 3-2. Hope it doesn't end like that today. City on the attack now, looking to get one back early on. They would love a goal just to respond. It's an incredible start for Melbourne Victory in this game. Incredible. I mean, did anyone see it coming? Did anyone see it? My prediction was 1-1. My prediction was 1-1. And I was like, oh, it might be a tight start. It might be a tight, cagey start. But my goodness me, Melbourne Victory have rocked up. And they want to win this game. They want to win this game tonight. Melbourne City have just not arrived at Amy Park yet. That cross straight into the box, but literally no one is in the vicinity. I mean, the cross wasn't that bad, but it would have been good if someone was there, that's for sure. It was a whipping delivery from Talbot, but no one was there. Melbourne Victory. I mean, you look at this team that Victory have, right? Valupale on the right tonight. Machash through the middle. Piscopo's made a bright start on the left. Nikos Virgos up top. What a start for Melbourne Victory tonight. Thanks, everyone, for joining us for this Melbourne Derby live watch along. Hit the like button if you want to support the channel. If you're passionate about growing the A-League, about growing football in Australia. 15 minutes into the Melbourne Derby. Victory 2. Melbourne City 0. City, what have you got? What have you got, City? I mean, 1-0 win against Jets. It came close in the end. Jets came close to grabbing an equalizer. Incredible. Piscopo looked like he was fouled there, surely. All right, let's do a quick photo to promote the stream on the Instagram story. Everyone smile. Ready? Oh, hang on. Let's wait for that because Virgos is in behind. Nikos Virgos. Ferreira, important defending at the back. Very important indeed. We are live. The thumbs up. 2-0 Melbourne Victory. Quite incredible. I mean, Melbourne City, you're looking at the likes of Nathaniel Atkinson, who's, I mean, you dare I say, one of the more experienced players in the City lineup now. Oh, Garrius delivery. Cut out. Headed away by Talbot. Only as far as Teague. Piscopo will shoot. Drags it wide. Almost 3-0 indeed. Matthew, Victory are looking so dangerous. Every time Victory get forward right now, they're looking dangerous. And they're showing the replay of that moment before. I mean, Ferreira, very bizarre the way he just let that ball run under his feet. Why didn't he just clear it a moment ago there? So, Andrew Naboot up top as well. I mean, you want to try and get him involved in the game, such an experienced player. Marco Tilio. I mean, City have these dangerous players, man. Just haven't seen them in the game in the first 18 minutes. It was a big call bringing in someone like Ferreira into defense, allowing Truant or midfield role as Andrew Naboot has the ball edge of the box. Here's a chance for City. Surely going to lay it off. Tilio on the left in the box. Tilio shoots. Oh, my goodness. That was very close. And as Liverpool fan says here, nice save from Duncan. Great save. Just got a touch in it. I mean, the replay was interesting. Like, was that going in? Oh, my gosh. Dude, I think it was. That's a fantastic diving save from Jack Duncan. And as Micah says here, it could be a 7-0 revenge tonight. Yeah, dude. We remember that one. Peacher says, I got Atkinson in my fantasy team. Not looking good so far. Who are you going for? Definitely watching this game as a neutral, that's for sure. Still wearing the Mariners shirt from earlier today. Oh, my gosh. Bobbling around the box. Victory eventually get a clear, but that was a nervy moment at the back there. So Victory. Look at this counter-attack, man. I mean, Victory just committing numbers forward. It's great to see. They really want to go for it on every occasion. What a start for Melbourne Victory here. If you're just tuning in, it's 2-0 to Melbourne Victory. Valupale, Virgos with the goals. Incredible start. Oh, that's a good pass. Machash is in. Great chance. Victory again. Ferreira, crucial header. Valid on edge of the box. Shipping it in for Piscopo. Renan Piscopo's made a good start to this game too, hasn't he? Machash, I mean, where's the marking again? Oh, it's in! Oh! 3-0! Oh my goodness, how has that gone in? The biggest deflection, and it's 3-0. Oh my goodness. 19 minutes, 3-0. Oh my goodness. Crazy scenes indeed. The ball from Piscopo. I mean, great pass to pick out Machash and the shot. I mean, huge deflection. Huge deflection, and it's completely wrong-footed. Patrick Beach. And as Tiger Frog says here, this defending from City is shocking. I mean, why is Machash given so much space on the edge of the box? Fortnite says embarrassing by City. Crazy deflection indeed. Matthew says Soprano goal. I mean, if it's on target, it'll be Machash's goal, right? I reckon that one was on target. Incredible. Incredible. It's 3-0. It's 3-0. Charlie. Well, Charlie, you're just tuning in to see it's 3-0. Yeah. Charlie, I've been well. Thank you very much for asking. Hope you have had a good weekend so far, Charlie. Thanks for joining us here on the stream. And as Charlie asks here, could we see another 5-0 in the first half? I mean, wouldn't that be just something? Last week, we saw MacArthur put 5 past Perth Glory in the first half. I mean, at this rate. Well, is there a VAR check for this goal? So Alex King is receiving a bit of information here. Not sure what it's for. This may be ruled out. This may be ruled out. There is a VAR check here. Alex King. Well, it's not clear what's going on here. Is there a handball offside? Oh, did it flick off the hand of Teague? Did it flick off the hand of Teague there? I don't know if that's... Is that... They're going to disallow it. So it's no goal. It's going to stay at 2-0. I mean, was that really a... That hand was really tucked in. That's a harsh call. That's a really harsh call. I mean, I'd love to see a better replay of that, but hand's completely tucked in. Did it even touch his hand? Is there conclusive evidence? Tell you what. Why did the VAR not ask the referee to come over? Isn't the referee supposed to come over and look at the screen and make the decision for himself? Like, I don't know. If someone can clarify. Someone who might know more than me can clarify. But the VAR gave him the instruction. And Alex King was just like, yep, disallowed. Isn't he supposed to come over the screen and make the decision for himself? It's not that black and white. It's not like an offside call. It's not an offside call. Anyway. I mean, Victory won't mind all that much. It is still a 2-goal lead, which is still huge. Absolutely huge. This has been an incredible start from Melbourne Victory. And, I mean, even though that goal was ruled out, still, again, just shocking defending from Melbourne City, who have just not arrived at Amy Park tonight. Who have not arrived tonight. Oh, incredible, dude. Dude, we haven't even had a chance to... I'm just finishing off dinner here. What's everyone's meal of choice for tonight's... Or anyone got any snacks to enjoy tonight's A-League action? Let us know in the chat. Or beverage of choice. We always get some interesting feedback when we ask this question. So let us know. What's your beverage of snack of choice for tonight's match? Melbourne City, can they regain some sort of control of this game? This game has not been played in their terms. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh! The most incredible goal. It's 3-0. Wow. The most incredible goal. Teague. Patrick Beach playing out for the back. Teague presses him. And the deflection goes in the back of the net. It's 3-0. Wow, City's finishes Fortnite. Stable Gravity says, no way. The press by Teague. I mean, that has summed up this opening 25 minutes for City. This is incredible. We are witnessing something really quite incredible right now. Oh my goodness. Bye-bye, VidMasters Marcus. Oh my goodness, Patrick Beach. I mean, has to do better there. What a remarkable goal. That's really incredible. Really, really incredible. Oh my goodness, dude. What is going on? This game is crazy, says T-Bones. I mean, no one saw this coming. I don't think, some people tipped victory to win, but they're up 3-0. I mean, it could have easily been 4-0 at this rate. Liverpool fans says 3-0 up and a disallowed goal in 25 minutes in a derby with one of our biggest rivals. Been an absolutely perfect start tonight. I mean, victory fans are in heaven right now. This is quite incredible. This is quite incredible. What a remarkable goal. Teague closing down Beach. And it's so funny. We were literally talking about Patrick Beach at the top of the stream tonight and how good he was last week for City. This has been the complete opposite. The complete opposite from Patrick Beach. He is having a complete disaster tonight. Wow. Well, I appreciate the confidence there, Charlie. He says they are winning the league 100%. I think there's a lot of teams who might have something to say about that. That's for sure. Newy Jet says score prediction tonight 3-1 is still on the cards. Glad to tip victory. I swear if I get 5 out of 6 in tipping just because I did not tip my own team last night. Will City ever even get a goal? I think they will. You look at this City side, they have enough quality. They do. They do indeed. So, 3-0 to victory, and it was still relatively early on in this game, dude. This is incredible. Incredible. Charlie says, I think the season is going to be the most competitive in a fat minute. Matt Acosta. Victory on this form. MacArthur. Jets overcoming MacArthur. It's going to be a good season. Yeah, we are set up for a big season. Auckland looked good early on. Piscopo, nice play. Back for Boss. I mean, people wanted Arzani to start. They don't even need him right now. Piscopo's tearing it up on this left-hand side, dude. Piscopo's tearing it up so far in this game. Stable Gravity says City will score an own goal before they score one for themselves. That's a fair point. Fair point. What a start for victory. Good to see Yellow and Navy Football Podcast in the chat. Got a feel for ex-Mariner. Paddy Beach, unlucky so far. Indeed. I mean, this has been a real disaster so far for Paddy Beach. Tilio. Oh, Alex King right in the way. Tilio, he was going to play a really nice pass there too, isn't he? The space was opening up on the right-hand side for City. Coast Snack Watch Football. That's right. That's right, Marcus. I was having some fish tonight, for those who are curious. Liverpool fan says, this has to be our revenge tonight. We look on for it. Leanne says, City are shell-shocked. Yep. And on top saying here, I'm happy. I support the Raw. And I am watching to get embarrassed and just chill with the bye. Brisbane Roar not in action this round. Out this week due to that bye. Victory looking dangerous again, as they have every time they've gone forward in the opening half an hour of this game. It's been quite remarkable. Teague looking dangerous. That pass is a bit offline, but that front four for Victory, man. Machash, Lupulek, Piscopo, Virgos have been linking up very well and all look like they're at the top of their game. And Melbourne City, I mean, you can't just put it down to just the fact that they're missing Jimmy Jego. It's not just that. This 4-3-3 setup for City, I like it. It suits the players. I mean, the question mark is still over Nathaniel Atkinson playing as a left-sided central midfielder. Very interesting decision from Aurelia Vidmar. Don't know if that's his best role. Melbourne City, there's no clear sign that they're going to really improve and take this match on here. Ugarkovic getting forward now, though. Oh, that's better. Naboot in behind. Andrew Naboot. Narrow. It was going to be a tricky one to score. He went for goal, but yeah. Who is your prediction for first coach sacked this season? I'll tell you what, and it might just be because we're watching this match now, but it could be Aurelia Vidmar. There's a lot of City fans who are just really skeptical about him being in charge of the team in the first place. So, look, don't get me wrong. City are going to be really strong this season. You know, they won last week. They've got a good side. So regardless of what happens for the rest of this game tonight, City will have a good season. Will they play finals? I don't know. That might be a sort of mid-table team. But it could be Aurelia Vidmar. It could be. I think David Zrilic might be all right, even if Perth struggle. I've got a feeling Perth are really going to back Zrilic. If Western United do not have a good start to this season, then John Aloisi could well be out. I think, Western United have been on a downward trajectory for a couple of years now and were really poor last year. If Western United aren't winning games in the first few months of the season, Aloisi surely has to step down. Because Western United in action tomorrow. First home game of the season against Western Sydney Wanderers. Marcus says Vidmar in terms of first coach to be sacked. Charlie says, I don't think there'll be many goals in the second half. Usually when we see a big scoreline in the first half, we don't see many goals in the second. We saw it in the Macarthur 6-1 and Wanderers 5-0 last season. Appreciate every single one of you joining us here for this Saturday night Coast Sports Football Live watch along. Hit the like button, support the channel. You can also consider sending through a super chat. We are all about creating a community, like-minded football fans, passionate about growing the A-League and football in Australia. This is our second live watch along today. We were live earlier on for Adelaide Mariners. Mariners, I mean, disappointed that my Mariners didn't get the win earlier tonight, but the second half performance was very good from Central Coast. Couple draws to start the season against some tricky sides in Victory in Adelaide. I'll take that as a Mariners fan, and I'm sure the wins will come. Oh, great ball over the top, Naboot. That's really poor from Andrew Naboot. Has to do better there. Gets his chance in behind, but misses the target. Andrew Naboot not happy with the ball that he received. I mean, he's not going to do much better there, hey. So a couple of chances in behind for Andrew Naboot here, who's playing up top and not really able to test Jack Duncan. Marco Tilio had a great shot a few moments ago. Matthew says Naboot has been terrible, though he's had average serves. Newy Jets says, love your work, mate. Enjoyed your content since the start. Thanks, Newy Jets Football. Appreciate that, mate. Any particular ideas for content you have this season? Just more of the same, and particularly more. That's sort of the key word too. More, sort of keep making noise about the A-League. Love doing the vlogs as well, getting to games. So keen to do more of that, that's for sure. So we'll definitely see plenty of watch-alongs and vlogs throughout the season, and more reviews as well, just like talking about the matches, talking about the football that we're seeing, and also the weekly round recaps. We're doing this new thing every Sunday night. We're doing our A-League round recap live, so we can all discuss the past round of A-League action live. So we'll be live tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Time. Join us for the round 2 recap. I mean, yeah, terrible corner indeed. As Matthew says, he terrible corner from Cohen. So 10 minutes to go before halftime here. Melbourne victory 3, Melbourne City 0. Incredibly, Melbourne victory. I've just backed off just a touch because they can afford to do that. They can afford to do that, can't they? FC25, yeah, we'll hopefully add some FC25 content here and there as well. Mark Attilio, well, he has stayed down here hurt. And it looks like the game may well be paused here because Mark Attilio is injured and will receive some treatment. Jason Guerrier. I mean, heavy landing. The tackle looked pretty clean, to be honest. It did look pretty clean, but Mark Attilio will receive some treatment right now. But he appears to be in a bit of pain. Yeah, I thought Guerrier won the ball pretty well too. Looked like a great tackle. This was like a heavy landing for Tilio. Didn't appear to wasn't really heavy contact on the ankle or anything by the looks of things. So a chance here for both coaches who are just using this stoppage and play to have a chat to some players for the final minutes of this half. Tackle was perfect. So stable gravity. In Melbourne City, you look at the bench, some young guys there. Andreas Kuhn as well, Austrian midfielder, didn't come off the bench last week against Newcastle. Couldn't make his A-League debut tonight. Marcus is back in one more goal before halftime. Hey, we'd love to see it just for the drama. Just for the drama. I wouldn't mind to see City score. So Marco Tilio's back on his feet, which is good to see. This is a guy who surely has aspirations to return for the Socceroos in the future. That's something that we sort of pointed out pre-game. Hey, in our predictions video during the week, we chatted about that duel on City's left-hand side, Marco Tilio, who's coming up against Socceroos right back now, and Jason Guerrier. Two incredibly talented players who have experience with the Australian men's national team. Jason Guerrier coming off 2 great games for the Socceroos. And you got Marco Tilio, who on his day is one of the best attackers in the A-League. Patrick Beach under pressure again. Gets this clearance right. Piscopo. Ooh, the challenge was a little bit late from Ugarkovic. And the first yellow card of the Melbourne Derby is going to Steven Ugarkovic. Adelaide Mariners, what was your biggest takeaway? The biggest takeaway is that I think the 5-2-3 formation that Mariners went to might be the formation to go for the Mariners going forward. I loved it. I thought it worked out really, really well for the Mariners. That change at halftime, Mark Jackson going to a back 5, or you could call it a back 3. The wing backs getting really high up the pitch completely changed the game. It was the tactical change there. And I appreciate Mark Jackson being brave enough, having the bravery to make that big tactical change. Average Frog says here as well. Tiger Frog says Guerrier was brilliant in that last international break. Indeed. Tarnley asks, what happened to Andrew Boots is playing in the 2018 World Cup? Yeah, it feels like a long time ago now, doesn't it? Because Andrew Naboot was starting, wasn't he? Andrew Naboot was really the starting player at that World Cup too. I mean, he struggled with injuries, which I think is worth pointing out. He has struggled with injuries the last few years. He's had some bad injuries. At the moment, he seems to be a pretty important play for Melbourne City, playing as a striker for them now. He's been at City for the last few years now. As Bayich's delivery's okay. And that was an important intervention from Boss because Cohen was arriving late. And with 5 minutes to go in the half, City have another corner. So great to see like so many Socceroos on the pitch tonight too, hey. You got Aziz Bayich, Marco Tilio, obviously Nathaniel Atkinson, guys who have, either current Socceroos or involved recently with Socceroos. Injured a boot, as we were just talking about. And then for this Melbourne Victory team, Guerrier. Who else you got there as well? Obviously, Valupale also, hey. Nishan Valupale. Daniel Arzani on the bench tonight. He's a Socceroo. Druin's header goes wide from that cross. Again, another chance for City, who have started to build their chances. Started to build a little bit of momentum here later on in this first half. A little bit more positive end to this first half for Melbourne City after an absolutely disastrous start. I mean, quite incredible. What was it? 25 minutes? 25 minutes in and 3-0 for Melbourne Victory. Incredible. The scoreline is incredible. It's a big task for City to overcome. There is still, of course, a great amount of time remaining in this Melbourne derby. Appreciate you all tuning in for this watch-along. Hit the like button. Support the channel. We're doing lots of A-League watch-alongs and plenty of A-League content here on the channel. I was down for MacArthur FC Jets last night in Campbelltown. We did a match day vlog for that. Video's out on the channel right now. Feel free to check that out after the stream. Newer Jets asks, what are your thoughts on Victory's keeper situation when Langarack returns? Langarack comes straight in my opinion. Jack Duncan, I mean, he made a great save early tonight. He's a very solid A-League goalkeeper, but surely Mitch Langarack comes straight in. Yeah, I think that's the expectation. Bates driving forward. Machash, no foul according to the ref. Yeah, I mean, what do you guys think? I feel like Langarack does come straight in, right? Surely. Surely. Do you think Wellersol has shown good signs? Yep. Yeah, I do think so. I think he'll, hopefully in Jets fans, he'll just improve as he gets more game time. But yeah, he's shown glimpses. I wouldn't mind to see Rob Stanton play him out wide as a winger. Because I think for the 2 games that he's played more centrally as one of the forwards. So I wouldn't mind seeing Wellersol out wide, which might allow him to flourish a little bit better, hey? Bacon asks, what is your predictions on Saudi Arabia versus Australia, Socceroos? Chance of victory. Valupale, great chance. Away by Talbot. That was an important clearance. Well, that game is being played at this very stadium, Amy Park. Socceroos Saudi Arabia coming up in a few weeks' time. I'm hoping Socceroos just get a 2-1 win. I'm going to say a 2-1 win for Australia, which would be huge. That is the big game coming up next month. And of course, we'll be doing a live watch along for that one as well. So very much looking forward to the Socceroos next month. 11 clearances for City, 6 for Victory at this stage. Machash is in behind way too easily again, but that cross is poor. Straight to the hands of Beach. Balotelli in the A-League, that'd be fun. Australia versus Japan at SFS. I'd like to see that. That'd be good. Socceroos haven't played a game at Allianz Stadium for a long time, hey? Tan Lee asks, is Lecky still injured? Yes. And do you think he will fit into the current Socceroos squad? That's actually a great question. It's a great question, yeah. Yeah, I think there is still a role for Lecky to play. I think he's a good player. But it's a fair question considering that he's, hasn't necessarily been consistently involved with squads of late. So does he come in? I'm not sure how he fits into that side. He might have to settle for a role on the bench. But I'm sure he could play one of those attacking positions in the current Socceroos setup, sort of play as one of those 10s. I think that could work for Matt Leckie. Or even play him as a striker. We've seen Matt Leckie do all right as a striker for the Socceroos. The striker situation for the Socceroos is interesting at the moment. The most recent window, we only saw 2 strikers that Popovic brought to camp. Virgos in behind here for victory. Oh, he goes down. I don't think there's any call for a penalty there, but pretty fair. But in terms of the Socceroos strikers, we saw Stamatolopoulos and Duke in the most recent window. So Lecky could be utilized as a striker. Yeah. What do you think about the new Socceroos head coach? I like him. I like Tony Popovic. I think he's a good head coach. He's done so well in the A-League for so many years now. And he's obviously had a great start with the Socceroos. Eh? Forward play here for City down the right-hand side. Cohen, nice back heel. Talbot. Cross is good. Rawlins misses the header too. Tilio on the left. Went for that sneaky ball there. He went. You could see what Tilio wanted. He wanted that little high-risk pass through the defenders. Oh, something's happened here. Virgos has been stamped on. Virgos has just been stamped on. Now this will be interesting. Virgos is really hurt here. I reckon he's been stomped on here. Well, Virgos is hurt in the place where it doesn't tickle. I mean, tackled by 2 players, and who was it? Was it Bajic? Oh, I mean, it looks completely accidental. That's gonna hurt though. It's completely accidental. Bajic is literally looking the other way and just stepping backwards. Stable gravity reckons it's a red. I mean, surely not. Surely not. It is a free kick for victory. So we're almost at the end of 4 minutes of injury time here. Only edits, if we could just avoid any repeat messages, that'd be great. Thank you very much. Random Liverpool fan says, I reckon Socceroos beat Saudi in a fairly close game. They've looked good under Popper so far. Yeah. I think we're capable of getting the win. But yeah, could well be close. I'm with you there. Final stages of this first half. It's been an incredible Melbourne derby up to this point. 3-0 for Melbourne victory. 3-0, dude. I mean, is there any way back for City? I don't know. Great run from Aziz Bajic. Talbot's shot. Duncan. Dude, how far ahead are your games? I'm watching live and the messages are coming in so much earlier for me. That was a great save from Jack Duncan. Liverpool fan says Duncan's been an impressive Izza replacement. Will be quite the predicament when Langerak joins in January. As Owen says here, what's wrong with City players stepping on people? That's right, twice in 2 weeks now. Hey, that one was certainly accidental. So a 3-0 lead for Melbourne victory at halftime. What a half if you're a victory fan. That was just absolutely incredible. I mean, complete domination, right? At least for the first 20, 25 minutes. To be fair, City sort of started to create some more opportunities towards the end there. And they are capable of making even just a mini comeback. Maybe grabbing 1 or 2. But Melbourne victory. Fantastic. That's it. Free to wear. Indeed. I mean, great that the games are on free to wear. And I like that the change that they have made for the broadcasts is that they've got the back-to-back games on free to wear. So on Saturdays, you got the 5 o'clock game and like the 7:30 game on free to wear, which is good. So what a half. Incredible half of football. Melbourne victory lead 3-0. Melbourne City just terrible at the back. Complete disaster. Complete disaster. What a game so far. That's right, Charlie. I mean, incredible. I don't think anyone saw this coming. Again, Melbourne City certainly coming towards the end of that first half. They'll be disappointed they didn't at least get one back. I'll tell you what, stats here look interesting. I'll whack them up on the screen for you. Because as we look at the stats here at the break, it actually is quite interesting. This is coming from Google here. Obviously, a 3-goal lead for Melbourne Victory, which is the most important statistic of all, as we know. Shot stats are even, everyone. Shot stats are even. 8-8. Victory with 4 shots on target to City's 2. So they've been more accurate in that department. Possession's pretty even too. City with a little bit more. Passes, pretty even. Pass accuracy, quite even indeed. There you go. 1 yellow card in the game so far. That did go to Ugarkovic, I believe. 4 corners for City as well. No corners for Victory. It's really been that counter-attack for Victory where they've been so dangerous. And that's where they've created their opportunities. Hey, that's where they've created opportunities. And you look at this lineup, the Victory are deploying in this game, and that front four is just so dangerous and so fluid going forward. Piscopo off the left, Machash through the middle, and Virgos. Lupulay on the right. Yeah. And as Liverpool fan says here, Beach has had a disaster class tonight. It's just been a shocker. It's been a shocker. And that third goal, just remarkable. Just incredible moment there. Patrick Beach looking to play it out from the back. And Teague presses him, blocks it, and it ends up in the back of the net. Just one of the more remarkable goals you'll see in the A-League this season. That's for sure. That is for sure. So in terms of this City side, I mean, how do you change it? How do you tweak it to try and get yourself back in this game? You know, that's the task now for Aurelio Vidma, a coach who maybe is already sort of under pressure a little bit. Hey, I mean, Truen in midfield, is it working at the moment? They might need something different there. Andreas Kuhn provides a different option off the bench. Let's talk about the substitutes, actually. Let's have a look on Google as we can see the lists of the substitutes here. This is the substitutes that both teams have at their disposal. For Victory, I mean, this is something we've talked about a lot. For Melbourne Victory, the fact that they've got such a strong bench. You look at that bench there for Victory. Traore, one of the more experienced A-League fullbacks. Arzani is there. Fornaroli. That's Santos, the winger, who's also there. He came off the bench last week for his A-League debut. Fabian Monge, a good midfield option, and Jing Reese as well, another good attacking option. So, very strong bench for Melbourne Victory, man. Melbourne City, Jamie Young, obviously fantastic backup keeper. This season, he's going to be the backup keeper by the looks of things. Zane Schreiber, good young midfield option. Arian Suleimani, young attacking option. Andreas Kuhn, Austrian midfielder, looking to make his A-League debut tonight. Politidis and Dunbar, 2 youngsters there as well. So, it's fair to say that Victory certainly have the quality there in that department when it comes to the bench, at least. So that's the concern for City. They don't necessarily have, because they've got so many injuries at the moment. Not so many, but they've got a few players missing. Lecky, Caputo, Nojego tonight. With those outs, they don't really have that X factor on the bench to really change this game. You know, you're going to be asking a lot of someone like Arian Suleimani to come on and change this game. A young guy who does not have much A-League experience at all. Andreas Kuhn, I mean, that might be the obvious one. That might be the obvious one. Kuhn is a player. He's got, look, he hasn't played at like the top level in Europe. We've got a lot of experience in Austria, but more of a natural midfield player. And as we look back at this City setup, it might mean whether Ferreira or Truen or one of these defensive players sort of comes off and Kuhn comes on to just provide some more energy in midfield. Yeah. Tanley asks, how's the ladder looking? Tanley, good to see you here in the live chat as always. And great question. We'll pull that up in just a moment. Obviously, it is still very, very early on in the A-League season, as we know. But we've got some interesting things we can talk about in regards to the table. Let's pull that up right now. This is the live ladder in the A-League. Join us for our live round recap tomorrow night, where we're going to discuss all of the matches from round 2. Live tomorrow night here on YouTube. Victory, this result will take them top. For now, Auckland and Sydney play tomorrow. So this result will take them top. It doesn't look like, I mean, Auckland and Sydney have the chance to go top, to be the only team to grab, 2 wins from 2. Because obviously Macarthur FC surprise loss last night against Newcastle Jets. I went down to that game. Matchday vlog for that one is out right now on the channel. Victory could go top with a win and a draw here, and yet to concede a goal after 2 games. Well, 1.5 games. Auckland, Sydney, Newcastle Jets have got their first win on the board. Melbourne City, of course, we shouldn't forget, did win last week against Newcastle. Mariners, the reigning champions, 2 draws to open up the new season. And then, of course, a bunch of teams still to play this round. Wellington, Western, Adelaide, Wanderers, Brisbane, Raw, and Perth Glory. Of course, Adelaide had the bye last week. Brisbane Raw have the bye this week as well. Okay. Thanks, Boston. Boston says, Lockie, I liked your vlog last night. Hope you're well, mate. Thanks, Boston. I'm doing very well. And yeah, last night was fun, dude. Last night was really fun. I've been down to Campbelltown Stadium a few times, and it's a unique vibe. Okay, we know Macarthur FC are a growing club. They're growing their fan base. But, you know, we brought the picnic rug along. We sat on the grassy hill, and it's a really unique and fun way to watch the game. I know Newcastle have grassy hills behind the goals too. But it's a fun, chill vibe at Campbelltown Sports Stadium. And, dude, when the crowd gets behind them, they make some noise. They do make some noise. The bullpen was making noise all night as well, which was great to see. So, yeah, I really enjoyed my time last night at Campbelltown. So, yeah, feel free to check out the vlog. We're trying to do more vlogs here on the channel. That's for sure. Melbourne Victory, in terms of their lineup, obviously, you've got some great players they can bring on. You know, Fornaroli, Arzani could come on just to help manage things, fresh legs. But yeah. Paramount Player Index, they're showing that on the broadcast right now. Virgos is topping it. Lupile and Teague are up there. Duncan, Truin. Yeah. Paramount Player Index. We love it. Yeah, plenty of Newcastle fans down there. They're all making some good noise in the away bay. Great to see. Great to see indeed. Thank you very much, everyone, for tuning to this live watch along tonight. Second half is just around the corner. They're showing some footage. All right, this is interesting. They're showing some footage of the City halftime team talk. And Aurelia Vidmar looks rather animated. Here we go. They're showing it on the broadcast right now. Aurelia Vidmar looks very, very upset. Right, dude. Rightly so. His team is getting absolutely crushed at the moment, 3-0. Yes, they've had some opportunities, but they got to turn this game around, especially in defense. They've just been awful. Absolutely awful. So, what is our expectation for the second half? What's the prediction for the second half? Let us know. No watch along for the Tillies game this week, but we'll certainly keep an eye on it. Yeah, early kickoff, isn't it? 4:10 a.m., I think, on Tuesday. Yeah. Another early kickoff. Matildas were in action this morning. 1-1 draw with Switzerland. A couple of friendly matches remaining this year for the Matildas. They return back to Australia later this year. 4 friendlies coming up in Australia. Good to see one of the games is going to Geelong, I think. Tillies are taking a game to Geelong as well. Love the prediction from Boston. It says 4-3 City. Come on, City. I mean, if that was to happen, that would be one of the all-time great A-League matches. If City were to somehow come back and win this game, it would just be phenomenal. It would be absolutely phenomenal. That's for sure. All right. We mentioned the vlog that we've got out right now. Feel free to check that out after the stream if you want. Vlog's out right now, as well as our A-League Women's ladder prediction. So we're trying to do more vlogs. As you can see here, went down to Campbelltown last night. And of course, did a matchday vlog for the A-League season opener, Mariners victory last week. So I really appreciate all the support and everyone checking out the videos that we're putting out here as well. And of course, we will be live tomorrow for our A-League round recap, which is a great way to finish up the weekend, isn't it? Great way to finish up the weekend. We'll keep an eye on the City lineup. You suspect that there may be some changes. There may be some changes considering that first half performance. Knicks fan, welcome to Sub Coast. I haven't been on a stream in a while. Well, welcome back, Knicks fan. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for jumping in the live chat. Appreciate it. Newy Jets says, my first watch long in so long tomorrow. Newy Jets football. Going live for Auckland, Sydney tomorrow, I believe. Great to see. Dude, that'll be a good game tomorrow. That'll be a great game to watch tomorrow. Auckland FC, Sydney FC. These are two teams who won their games in round one. And I'm very excited to watch Auckland again. I mean, Auckland FC, they played so well, considering that they're a brand new team, brand new club. They were very cohesive going forward, especially if you look at that first goal. It was a real team goal, the way they got a few players involved. And I'm really curious to see how they go against a real top team in Sydney FC. Real top team. I don't think there's any disputing the fact that Sydney FC are one of the best teams in the A-League right now. Just you look at the team on paper and the performances they've been putting in of late. They are a top team, Sydney FC. And this is Auckland FC's first real test. Look, nothing against Brisbane Roar. Brisbane Roar did give them a good test last week. But the Sky Blues could well win that game tomorrow. But if Auckland win tomorrow, all of a sudden we should all be freaking out about Auckland FC, because they're showing up in their first season and they could well be a force to be reckoned with. So I'm a little bit scared of Auckland FC if they do win tomorrow. That's for sure. Palash in the chat. Welcome, says Perth 5-0 loss. I mean, that would be another shocker for Perth if that was to end that way. Leoson has been really impressive. Yep. Yeah, he's been very good. I mean, Douglas Costa's been very good, I think. His first goal will come eventually. Yeah. You should release some Coast Watch merch, Lockie. Yeah, I've thought about that. I'm sure we will do something sometime in the future, that's for sure. Knicks fan says, would not want to be a City fan. That defense wasn't it. I guess a comeback isn't possible, though. Oh, sorry, isn't impossible, though. It isn't impossible, of course. City had some chances at the end of that first half, dude. City had the chances. Mark Attilia with a great shot, great save, Jack Duncan. So we'll see. City have to make a really bright start to the second half. That's what they need. They need a goal within 5-10 minutes of the second half. They need a goal early on. If they don't get that, they're not coming back. And if victory score one more, it's done. I mean, it's probably done already. I mean, it's for City to come back would just be remarkable. Yeah. And as one Knicks fan says here, Auckland winning is my worst nightmare. We won't hear the end of it. And dude, I tell you what, not only would an Auckland win tomorrow against Sydney be a huge statement to the rest of the league, but that would be the perfect way for Auckland FC heading into their first rivalry match against Wellington Phoenix next week. So, huge. Blinkers, welcome to the live chat. Blinkers, hope you're doing well, mate. Says, City's midfield has been terrible. Good chance for the youngsters on the bench to make an impression. And tell you what, Blinkers, perfect timing, because it looks like Zane Schreiber is preparing to come onto the pitch. We'll keep an eye on who is departing the field. But Zane Schreiber, who came off the bench last week, scored a cracking goal in the Australia Cup a couple months ago. Cracking goal. This guy's capable of scoring a banger. Okay. So maybe a change or two for City at the break. It's great that you can watch this game on free-to-air in Australia. You can watch it pretty much everywhere. 10 Play, Paramount Plus, 10 Bold. I'm sure I'll get to some more Bulls games in the future. Definitely Mariners play there, that's for sure. G'day, JJ. JJ says Mariners went pretty well, in my opinion. What's your opinion of it? The second half today were much better. First half, we were a little bit off it. Adelaide were the better team today. Second half was a lot better. So, ladies and gentlemen, Zane Schreiber is on the field. Very talented young midfielder. Who has come off? It looks like it might be Ferreira. If my eyes do not deceive me, it might be Ferreira who's come off. Or Ugarkovic? Where's Ugarkovic? We're looking at this City setup. Zane Schreiber's there. Atkinson. Second half is underway, by the way. We are well and truly underway. What a scoreline. If you're just tuning in, I mean, you're pretty well stunned even at this point. 3-0 to victory. Absolutely dominating on the scoreline. Ugarkovic is still there. So Zane Schreiber's on for Herman Ferreira, who just unfortunately did not have his starting debut that he wanted in the A-League. Melbourne City. I mean, they had a decent amount of control of this game in the first half, didn't they? They did. We looked at the stats earlier, man. We looked at the stats earlier. Same number of shots in the first half as victory. Possession, they had a little bit more possession, had 4 corners to 0. City are in this game when you look at the stats. Victory have just been absolutely clinical going forward, and City have just been frail in defense. That's been the difference between the two sides, hey? Cohen down the right. Ugarkovic cut out by Teague, who's having a good game tonight, Ryan Teague. Bit of wrestling going on the far side. City have a free kick in a great position here. Out wide. And the right delivery could earn them their first goal. They need to score early on in the second half, dude. They need to score early on. It's so important. So important for Melbourne victory. Sorry, for City. Blinker says it's the turnovers killing City. They get burnt on the counter after that. Yep. Well said. It's we've seen that in the first half. Victory on the counter-attack. Absolutely lethal. Corner. Sorry, free kick. Oh, here comes victory. Here we go. They're away again. Piscopo. Oh, that's could be a yellow there. Truin tripping up Piscopo. No yellow. But on another day, it could well have been a yellow. So here's City's lineup for the second half. Zane Schreiber's on. Zane Schreiber's on, playing as the 6. So Truin has dropped back to his usual centre-back role. So Herman Ferreira, who is on in the first half. Oh, poor moment at the back. Virgos. Beach is caught out here. Machash. Oh, the little Rabona. Doesn't find anyone. City can come away here. City will not go bottom. City will not go bottom. They won last week, so they've still got 3 points on the board. Still plenty of other teams to play this round. Yeah, the Rabona was a weird choice, wasn't it? In that situation. He was trying to go in for that Rabona cross, wasn't he? Smart play by Piscopo, winning the foul there. Appreciate everyone tuning in for tonight's live watch-along. This is our second live watch-along of the day. We were live earlier on for Adelaide Mariners. 1-1 draw between Adelaide and Central Coast. I mean, we saw in that game as well, Adelaide Mariners. Mariners had a fantastic second half comeback. Managed to rescue a point in the end. Could have been a win. Will we see a similar sort of miraculous second half comeback from City here? Brendan Hamill getting forward from defence. Earns his team a throw. Piscopo. Oh, beautiful play. And that's going to be another foul. This time Talbot committing the foul. And again, Piscopo's down hurt. That's like... Piscopo's just won 3 fouls in like 3 minutes. Reno Piscopo. I mean, great footwork. This is... Now, Reno Piscopo, interesting player, right? Because this is a guy who's obviously got a fantastic technical ability. Maybe hasn't been able to show it at Wellington or Newcastle over the last few years. And probably a big factor to that has been injuries. He struggled with injuries so much over the last few years, Ren Episcopo. Now that he does appear to be injury-free, Melbourne Victory is the kind of place where he could really flourish. You know, similar thing to Daniel Arzani. We saw Daniel Arzani come from Macarthur to Victory last year, and he did pretty well. Earned a Socceroos call up. And I'll tell you what, with a performance like this, it might be hard for Arzani to get into the lineup as the free kick comes in and Guerria's head is not too far off. Not too far off indeed. So, yeah, who knows? I mean, where Arzani actually fits into this 11 for Victory, it's not clear. It's not clear where he would fit in. Nick's fan asks, how are you feeling about Central Coast Mariners' start to the season? There's promising signs. I think we'll still be really good this season. Look, we'll take the 2 draws to start off the A-League season. We know Mariners last year lost a handful of games at the start of the season and ended up winning the treble. So, look, Asian Champions League Elite has been tricky. We've had some good performances, but results haven't gone our way. Still hoping we can have a good campaign in Asia. And again, we'll take the 2 draws in the A-League. We'll take that. But the signs have been good. The signs are there for Mariners. We'll be strong this season for sure. I believe that. I do believe that. Nice play, Victory. Machash, just getting caught in it. Atkinson running into his own teammate who's on the floor. Andrew Boots down hurt on the floor. Victory away down the right-hand side. Velupale in the box. In fact, it's Vergos, whose shot is deflected behind by Samuel Suprayan. A couple important defensive interventions tonight from Suprayan at the back. Just trying to keep the scoreline to no more than 3-0. Nikos Vergos looks very good tonight, Vergos. Heavily involved for Melbourne Victory. 4 corners to 1. This is Victory's first corner of the night. Believe it or not. It's taken 52 minutes for Melbourne Victory to earn their first corner of the evening. They don't need him. They're already up 3-0. Piscopo with the outswinger. Towards Guerrier again. Still there. Guerrier. Surely. Vergos. Someone have a go. Guerrier beats with a punch. Probably could have claimed that. And that'll be another corner. Victory supporters behind that goal. This is a Victory home game, but they are here in big numbers, Melbourne Victory fans. Cheering on their team, loving this game right now. Their team is leading 3-0. Happy days for Victory fans. Piscopo with 2 consecutive corners. Beach misses the punch. Schreiber with a unconvincing clearance, but it's out for a throw. G'day, Ravenazava. Good to see you here in the live chat, my friend. I wonder if Jamie Young finds his way back into the side with Beach having a bit of a shocker. Potentially. I mean, we heard it from City last week. No one expected City to start Patrick Beach last week against Newcastle. But the messaging from City was that we made a decision this season to start one of the younger goalkeepers. They've got Patrick Beach there, James Neuenhausen as well. They wanted to go for that younger option, and there's sort of been a trend across a few A-League sides, hey, bringing in younger goalkeepers. We saw it at Mariners. They're starting 18-year-old Dylan Parage Cullen. Wanderers have young Tristan Vidakovic. But as you say there, Ravenous Arvark, Patrick Beach has had a bit of a poor one tonight, so that may open the door for Jamie Young to return next week. Possibly. Oh, interesting question, Valhoon. I actually love this suggestion. This is one we can really talk about. Piscopo for the Socceroos. If Arzani can get a call-up for the Socceroos, I think he deserved his call-up, Arzani. Then if Piscopo has a similar season, if he stays injury-free, it's on. It's on the cards. It might happen. It might not happen until sometime next year. Maybe the middle of next year, if he has a good A-League season. But I don't mind it. I think Piscopo for a Socceroos call-up. Won't happen anytime soon, but maybe in the next year. Maybe in the next year. There's just so many players competing for those wide positions, hey. G'day, football chat. Why so poor from City today? Well, they've just been caught out in defence. That's been the key area. Aside from that, it's been a pretty even contest, but they haven't dealt with Victory's rapid counterattacks. And look, they've made the change at half time to bring off Ferreira, drop Truan back there, try and shore things up at the back. But that's been the real difference. The Victory's attackers have just been too much for City to handle. And the 3 goals, huge. Blinkus, in regards to that City goalkeeper situation, says Beach is the future. You expect young keepers to be inconsistent. He got man of the match last week. That's a fair point, Blinkus. Yeah. I mean, this is a guy who's very early on in his A-League career, obviously, and will have games like this. I mean, this is his first Melbourne derby, a huge, huge pressure game for a young goalkeeper like this. And as you say, I mean, man of the match last week. He was fantastic last week. He made some great saves last week, Patrick Beach. He's a good goalkeeper. And you learn from situations like this. Ooh, this is big. Melbourne City are preparing Andres Killen to come on here. Austrian midfielder, new signing, is about to make his A-League debut. Next fan says, wonder how different the league would be if Hart never became City. I don't see any reason why it would be different. Yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? Raven Zarvak says, easy to back a young keeper if you expect to be dominant and towards the top of the table. Less so if the entire City team look so vulnerable as they have here. Mm-hmm. Tilio, Atkinson. Well, City are building here, but they're struggling to break through this Victory back line. You can see the Victory's defensive organization is so good. It's so good. They're not giving City much of a look in at the moment. City just trying to find an avenue forward at the moment. Bajic. That's nice play down the left. That's really nice. As is Bajic. Great play from City. They've got... That is shocking. Look at the plays in the middle. They know it. As is Bajic had like 3 players unmarked on the edge of the box. He chose to go direct close to goal. Right across the face of goal. I mean, he had 3 players wide open edge of the box. Oh my gosh, what a chance. Jen, well, good to see you here as well. Says, wow, Bayish, national team first option, left back, by the way. That's right. So, big change here for City. Talbot off. Queuing on. That's interesting. Callum Talbot has been hooked. Callum Talbot. So, that might suggest a real change to the City setup. We'll keep an eye on that one for sure. Potentially Ugarkovic to right back. Or Atkinson, of course. Nathaniel Atkinson to right back is probably more likely. If the Mariners were in the Premier League, where do you think they would come? I'd like to think we would avoid relegation. Yeah, I don't think any Premier League team would, I think any Premier League team would be very lucky to survive relegation. It's the Premier League. It's the Premier League we're talking about. They'll beat Derby's records this general. Ravenous Aardvark says Bajic is so far past it. Socceroos need to pick literally anyone else there. I think Geordie Boss is still the go-to left back for the Socceroos, but I don't mind Aziz Bajic. I think he's all right. I think he's put in some great performance for the Socceroos over the years. A really consistent performer, Aziz Bajic. Very consistent. Oh, City, you're in! But the flag is up. Cohen thought he had one back. Cohen thought he had one back there. Jonathan Cohen. New signing. Provided the assist for City's goal last week. But as we can see, that strike which came in, that was Cohen, I think, who had the strike. And Cohen is miles offside there. So, as we tick past the hour mark here, the scoreline remains 3-0. Victory. Very happy with this scoreline at the moment. Very, very comfortable position, but Melbourne City frantically trying to claw their way back into this game. Cohen is driving forward for City. Haven't seen too much of him tonight, and again, just loses the ball there. Trying to win it back, but Victory are just too good with their passing play. We're expecting another strong season from Melbourne Victory. Some people calling him to finish top this season. Here's a look at City's current setup. Andreas Kuhn has come into midfield off the bench, making his A-League debut, Austrian midfielder. So Natty Atkinson has dropped to a more natural right back position. That was one of the interesting sort of talking points when Atkinson signed for the club. Obviously a right back by trade, Nathaniel Atkinson. But they've already got, a good player in Talbot there. Victory coming forward. Dude, if they get a fourth here, it is all over, even at this stage. Great pass. Great pass, Piscopo. Machash in the box. Surely. Oh, great save. Great reflex save from Beach. Stinging the left arm of Patrick Beach. Wowee. That's right, one Knicks fan. I mean, City haven't in terms of going forward in their general play, they've been all right. It's just defensively, they've just been so frail. Every time Victory get forward, they look like scoring. So they've got to sort out their defensive organization. Oh, here comes Bajic. Has to hold it up. But City really eager to get back. Just at least one back here. G'day, Zach says, just got back from the United game. Hope you enjoyed the Adelaide Mariners game. Tilio goes down in the box. Foul goes the way of Victory. What has the game been like so far? Pretty incredible. I mean, considering the scoreline, Victory were just unbelievable in the first half. City couldn't handle them. Aside from that, it's been a pretty even contest. And as average target Frog says, here, Victory's defense holding up well at the moment. Yeah. They do not look like conceding, despite City having some good passages of play. I mean, City, we've already made a couple changes. Schreiber, coming on. So fresh legs into midfield. Melbourne Victory have not made a change yet. Here's Kuhn. Oh, that's a nice play from Andreas Kuhn. Our first look at the new Austrian midfielder. As Cohen shoots, that's a good save, and it's in the back of the net by Naboot. Goal City. 3-1. Wow. I mean, hopefully for City, no offside there. Andrew Naboot was straight onto it. But the City boys have one back. Andres Kuhn, great ball out wide for Cohen, who shot. Oh, it's close. It is very close. VAR is going to have a very microscopic look at this. As Newey Jet says here, yeah, this would match your 3-1 score prediction. Duncan ... says General. I mean, not a moment that Duncan will remember fondly. That is a poor piece of goalkeeping. Couldn't claim it. The ball fell kindly for Naboot, who, as all good strikers should do, following it in, tapping it home. Doesn't look like VAR is going to call this one off. This was Andrew Naboot's 43rd A-League career goal. 43 A-League goals for Andrew Naboot, who spent time at Melbourne Victory and, of course, Newcastle Jets as well. You reckon? You reckon, one Knicks fan, the comeback, is it actually happening? Is it happening for City? They've got one back. Marcus says here as well, prediction was 3-1. General says, I didn't expect him to claim it, but he should have parried that better. Yeah, especially when it's straight out in front like that. Allowing a City player to tap it home. Great play, though, from City. The way they got forward was delightful. Cohen, like there's new signings involved. And then Andrew Naboot able to tap home victory to make 2 changes right now. Piscopo's coming off. Great game for Reno Piscopo tonight. And Nikos Virgos, again, great game from Virgos. He's coming off as well. 2 changes here for victory. 2 players who have put in fantastic performances tonight. Jing Reese coming on, as well as Daniel Arzani. We remember back to that Australia Cup final. Daniel Arzani dropped for that game. Some talk online in terms of what happened in regards to Arzani being dropped from the side. But here we go. He was out last week due to A-League suspension. Oh, man, they've just shown the lines there for that Naboot goal. It was so close. Naboot was right in line there any further, and he was probably offside. Very, very close for Andrew Naboot and City. As Target Frog says here, Piscopo has been classed down that left side. Random Liverpool fan says Piscopo had a great night. Fantastic. Couple assists, hey? I think he's got 2 assists. Here comes City again, though. Andreas Cohen, very keen to get involved. Very keen to get involved. The new City midfielder. Dude, I tell you what, there's still time too. There is still time for a miraculous comeback here. So here's a look at Victory's new setup. Jing Reese. Interesting that Fornaroli wasn't opted to come on. Oh, chance for the City. Crucial clearance from Rawlins. Ugarkovic so close. 68th minute here. Wow. Great chance indeed. Another cross cleared away by Machash. Kuhn is there. Ugarkovic. Bodies on the line. Schreiber. City. Oh, ambitious long ball from Kuhn. Pretty easily cut out by Guerrier. The Victory just a little bit exposed at the back all of a sudden. And, I mean, is there a hint of a comeback here? There is still over 20 minutes of football to be played. There is still plenty of football to be played. Tilio down the left. Andrew Naboot goes down. General calls diving on Andrew Naboot. I think it was just a bump with Brendan Hamill. Jing Reese gets it clear. So Victory having to do quite a lot of defending now. Really on the back foot as Melbourne City continue this press. Tilio. Got to try and get some more forward runs here from Melbourne City. There are some spaces in this Victory backline now. There are some gaps starting to open up, and City looking to exploit those spaces now. It's a real test for Melbourne Victory. Patrick Kisnorbo's side. Defensive test here, especially without Miranda. I mean, Roderick Miranda, one of the top centre-backs in the league, captain of the side, out with suspension. Young Josh Rawlins coming in. Big test for this Victory back four. Machash. Arzani, here's a chance for Victory. Arzani can't get it away. Here comes Andreas Kuhn again. Can't keep it in play, unfortunately. Thank you to everyone for tuning in for tonight's live watch along. Make sure to hit the like button if you haven't done so already. Melbourne Derby. We've been loving the derbies early on in the A-League. Sydney Derby last week. We're live for that one. Melbourne Derby. We've got the New Zealand rivalry match next week. It's Auckland-Wellington next week. Second half possession, just shown in the broadcast, 69% to City. I've had the bulk of the ball in the second half. Can they convert that time on the ball into more goals. They need goals. Tilio. Kuhn, who's been very bright and crosses and misses everyone, unfortunately. So, Melbourne victory. I mean, they were so dangerous when they were getting forward on those counterattacks. We haven't really seen that much at all in the second half. This almost, in a way, feels a bit similar to the earlier game today, Adelaide Mariners, where Adelaide were looking real dangerous in the first half. Only had the one goal. And then the second half, Mariners turned it around, ended up equalising. Another change here for victory. He's signing Santos is coming on. Machash leaving the field. So we'll keep an eye on how exactly that victory attack will look now. Does Santos come into that central role, potentially? New signing, Brazilian winger. Looks like Velupala is going central. Santos over to that right-hand side. Another look at new signing Santos, who arrives very, very late. Only a few weeks out from the season. After the transfer window, he was a free agent, I believe. There's still time, man. I'm telling you right now, there's still time. If City get one more goal, all of a sudden it's really, really nervy times for victory. Just takes one more goal and this game feels completely different. Victory have been on the back foot for basically the entirety of this second half. City just need one more piece of quality in front of goal, and all of a sudden we have a game on our hands. I mean, victory were just incredible in that first half. Probably could have had a few more goals. They had one ruled out. Melbourne City. Real test to see what they have to offer here. In a really, really tricky position in this match. And look at Victory's current lineup. Santos over on that right wing. Victory's newest signing. Velupala, or maybe even Arzani playing a central role now. Santos, good run. Cutback is almost found a teammate, but Cyprian. Good defensive intervention. Not doing fantasy this year. Unfortunately, the A-Leagues didn't set up fantasy or tipping this year, unfortunately, which was a shame to see. G'day, to Nama. Good to see you here. Thoughts on Atkinson in midfield? It's not really his best position, is it? He's better in those wide areas, whether that's as a right back or as a right-sided winger. He's at right back right now, but has started both round 1 and round 2 in midfield. On the left-hand side as well of a midfield 3, which has been interesting. So, yeah. It's an interesting one, that's for sure, for Nathaniel Atkinson. Oh, great footwork from Velupala. Over the top for Reese, but Beach with a header. No, not doing fantasy this year. It's a shame to see that the A-League weren't running their usual fantasy and tipping comps. Oh, entering a boot. Edge of the box. Good block by Rawlins. 15 minutes to go in the Melbourne Derby. City 1, Victory 3. Victory 3. Can Melbourne Victory grab one more? At this stage, Victory grab one more, and it is well and truly over. It is well and truly over. Ching Reese playing as a lone striker as Velupala drives forward and finds Reese, who's shot is blocked by Cyprian, who, again, I mean, credit to City's defense, which has tightened up a little bit. I mean, Samuel Cyprian, has made a number of defensive blocks tonight. It's been good. All eyes on Melbourne City now. What have they got? Less than 15 to go. What have they got to show? Well, the ball to the middle of the park just finds no one. Volupale, his pass is cut out, but finds Casey Boss. Arzani. Volupale again. A little bit slower in this build-up play. Victory. Arzani, dude, they're building up on the left wing. They're looking for this one little opportunity. Obviously, they can afford to take their time. They can afford the patient build-up. And eventually it breaks down for Victory. City. Back on the ball. Who do you think is going to win? Wanderers v Western? I think in my prediction video, I called Wanderers to win. I think Wanderers do win tomorrow. Do you think Glory will get a decent home crowd tonight? I think so. First home game of the season, they should do. Hopefully a good turnout in the shed. Iconic A-League active support there at Perth Glory. G'day to Wolfie in the chat. Welcome. City in the box. Tilio, good defending, and that's got to be a foul. We love a good Melbourne derby, man. We love a good Melbourne derby. One of the most exciting matches in the A-League. And we've gotten another dramatic one here. Victory with an incredible first half performance. And they're preparing another change here. It's Harry Politides set to come on. Harry Politides, left-sided player. Can play at left back or more advanced as a left winger. Melbourne City just got to try and get up the other end of the pitch now. I mean, the minutes ticking by. Every minute that ticks by is a big one for City. They are running out of time here for a dramatic comeback. 79th minute. Jing Reese almost got the flick on for Santos, but not quite. Dude. Poor switch of play by Truan. Was hoping he had an option out left. No one was there. This is the change from City. Jonathan Cohen is off. So Politides will come on. That may suggest we may see Tilio. We may well see Tilio shift over to the right-hand side. Target Frog says, I'm interested to see how Auckland go against a decent side like Sydney FC. Also, Steve Corica managing against his former club. Absolutely. Yep, should be a great game tomorrow. Auckland, Sydney, two teams who won round one. And yeah, Auckland, a real test for them against one of the top teams in the competition. Hey. And as you say there as well, I mean, worth mentioning. Steve Corica coming up against his former team. That's an interesting one. Ten minutes to go in the derby. City need 2 goals to get level. That's the equation. Quick maths. Are we set for a dramatic late comeback here from City? It's not looking likely. They got the one. But Melbourne Victory will be happy with their performance overall tonight. So the fresh setup for City. Politidis on the left wing now off the bench. Tilio's on the right, and here is Tilio. Oh, that's nice from Tilio. Just keeping it in play. But Casey Boss is there to marshal him. Great pass from Boss. That's really nice from Victory. Arzani and Valadon will break here. Down the left, Valadon through for Reese, who was probably offside. We're going to play on. Jing Reese, back heel. Terrible decision. No one in support. Schreiber caught in possession. Valupale pushed off it. I mean, it was heavy contact. I can see it was shoulder to shoulder, but Valupale was really shoved off the ball there. Oh, and there's a bit of a wrestle between Kuhn and Santos. And City away. This game is opening up now. Politidis. Ugarkovic on marked edge of the box. Harry Politidis. Back for Bajic, who swings it in, and Hamill's defensive head is good. Schreiber sends it long. Finds Tilio. City need a goal now, man. City need a goal now. City need a goal now. City need a goal now. Because there's 8 minutes left in regulation time. Newy Jets asks, how good is the F3 Derby going to be in your night round? I know Jets will be competitive, but interested to see. City missed the target once again. Interested to see if we can win this year, considering we lost all the derbies last year. Yeah, I mean, it's tricky to say considering it's so early on in the season. You know, the next few weeks will be crucial for both sides just to get a barometer of sort of where they're at. And then we can make a bit more of an educated guess heading into Unite round. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I'd like to think that Mariners will still get the better of the Jets. Obviously, Mariners have dominated the F3 Derby of late. That's for sure. Excited to have the F3 Derby Unite round. Unique experience. It will be interesting. Victory have just been too good tonight. Victory just have been too good. They haven't panicked at any time in the game. They've had great control. A brilliant play again from Valadon. He's having a great game tonight. Forward ball for Reese, but Beach gets to it. To former Central Coast Mariners there. Dude, I don't know off the top of my head, but those guys may have even played at the Mariners Academy together, both Paddy Beach and Jing Reese there. And there you go. That sums up City's night there. That pass from Politidis, I think, just coming unstuck and not finding a teammate. Brevin Zardvark says City just didn't show up in that first half hour. Been even since then. Yep. Bang on. Bang on. It was Victory who started bright, got the goals, and that has made the difference in the end. Hey, that has made the difference in the end. They've just been too good. Melbourne City. Zane Schreiber sends it out wide. They've done this quite a lot. City just switching the play, which I don't mind. But Politidis, again, just like a lack of... It's come unstuck too often for City tonight. Just like a lot of like loose passes, loose touches, lack of control. It's interesting, hey? Very interesting. Melbourne. Look, don't get me wrong. Melbourne City will be a strong team this season. I said it earlier, and I will reiterate that. This isn't a sign that Melbourne City are going to be a really struggle this season. I think they'll still be a competitive team this year, but I mean, Melbourne Victory, what this has taught us is that they're going to be running the front runners this year. I think Melbourne Victory, I think that's fair to say. Incredible performance. Got their 3 goals early on. And that's the difference. Tilio. Oh, I think he was looking for Atkinson, who was running inside, but couldn't find him. Frog here says, ever since the first half hour, City have been pushing, but not clinical enough on the attack. And the victory defense holding up strong. Defensively, they still don't look great currently. Marcus says, I want Bruno. Yeah, I mean, well, they don't need him right now. They brought on Jing Reese, which is probably a good option to bring on as a striker to, sort of just get him behind if they get on the counter-attack again. Got a lot of pace, Jing Reese. 87th minute. Melbourne City 1, Melbourne Victory 3. Arzani does well to win the ball. Runs into traffic in Atkinson. Still on it. Arzani, great footwork. Great turning ability. Volupolate. There's some fantastic attacking players that Melbourne Victory have, hey. Looks like Arzani and Volupolate floating around a little bit. Volupolate on that left wing now. Free kick. Goes the way of Melbourne Victory. Again, just too good for City at the moment. They're just too good for City at the moment. That's the simple thing. It's been quite clear that Victory taking their opportunities early. And overall, defensively, very, very solid. Oh, heavy challenge from Jing Reese. There's a free kick. He was diving in there with that challenge. Marcus says, I win tomorrow, hopefully. Not sure because of the travel we have done. Also, I think Sydney could beat Hiroshima in Kogarah. That'll be an interesting game, yeah. Because, dude, I thought Sydney were really good midweek. I thought Sydney were very, very good away to Sanfrecce Hiroshima. So, at home, I'm very curious to watch that game because Sydney could well get a result there. Very curious to watch that game, that's for sure. Make sure to join us live tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Time for our live A-League Men's Round recap, talking about all of the matches from this weekend. We'd love to get your thoughts on all the matches. We'll be breaking down the Melbourne Derby, Newcastle Jets, their big upset win over Macarthur SC, Adelaide and Mariners 1-1 draw. And so exciting that we've still got 3 more games to go this round. We've got City. Sorry, not City. They're in action right now. Phoenix, Glory, coming up straight after this one. And then tomorrow, 2 games. Auckland, Sydney, and then Western United play host to Western Sydney Wanderers. Final stages of this Melbourne Derby. Still it's 3-1. Melbourne City have just about run out of time. Final change for City. Suleimani on for Atkinson. Arion Suleimani's coming on with a piece of paper, so they may well be tweaking the system here. Down the right-hand side. Here comes Ugarkovic. Swinging it over. Politidis far post. So that might mean a real change of system for City. Throwing on another attacker in Suleimani. May well just be a back 3 then of Truan, Cyprian, and Bajic. Suleimani joining Naboot in the attack. Yep, that is a back 3. City throwing everything forward now. Tilio. Oh, just a bit too much in that pass. G'day, Anthony. Good to see you here in the chat. Thanks for the comment. This could just be me, but I feel Miranda sometimes holds Victory back. Interesting comment. I think he's a very good defender, Roderick Miranda. I think he's a very good defender. I wouldn't say he's holding Victory back, but that's an interesting thought. I mean, Victory have been very good in defense tonight, to be fair. Rawlins, Hamill at the back, very good. Looks like Melbourne Victory are preparing one final change here. Fabian Monge about to come into the field. Soleimani looking to make an impact for City. Tilio comes forward down the right. Naboot. We've got 4 minutes of added time, by the way. We're into 4 minutes injury time. Schreiber, Melbourne City, they just need a goal now. They literally need a goal in the next minute. Otherwise, it's over. Tilio. Referee Alex King, again, is in the way. Tilio can't believe it. I think we saw that in the Mariners Adelaide game too. The ball hit the ref. It's happened a few times today. Truman. Ugarkovic. Passes offline. There we go. That's been the difference. Victory get forward. They are clinical. They are direct. When they're going forward, they are just lethal. When Melbourne City getting forward, just too many passes going astray. It's not quite working out for them. Schreiber. Bajic. Truman. So many players forward now for City who just need something to fall their way right now. Politidis, crosses. Ugarkovic has to gather it. Ugarkovic crosses. It's not bad. Oh, what a save. Well, we were talking about it before. Does Langerak kick Duncan out of the starting spot when he comes back to victory? I'll tell you what, at this rate, Langerak might be sitting on the bench because Jack Duncan, another great save from the Melbourne Victory goalkeeper. And as Newey Jet says here, Duncan is helping me hold on to my score prediction. That's right. Another great save. A couple of good saves from Jack Duncan tonight, who's had a good game. Arzani coming forward. He's been pulled to the turf. That has to be a yellow card for Truman. Truman's given away like 1,500 fouls tonight. It's crazy. And to tell you what, that is pretty much the 3-point sealed there for Melbourne Victory. It is too late now. Fabian Monge is coming onto the field right now as we speak to replace Nishan Velupillay, who, again, great game tonight. Great game tonight. Nishan Velupillay just taking his time coming off the field here. Nishan Velupillay, great game. The Socceroo, who scored a fantastic goal right at the start of the match, being replaced by Fabian Monge, young midfielder. Looks like Victory of just dropping into sort of somewhat of a 4-3-3 formation here for the end. Melbourne Victory fans in Dreamland. Impressive derby win for them. Of course, we've got 2 more derbies coming up this season, as we know. Melbourne City fans, this was their home derby, and it has just not gone their way. Jing Reese on the ball. Final seconds of the derby. He's, Aziz Baich. Jing Reese and Aziz Baich. Now, we're playing on here, but Aziz Baich and Jing Reese are having some words. And, I mean, that's kind of silly. I mean, Aziz Baich, an experienced player, doesn't have to be doing that. What is he doing? Like, why is Aziz Baich reacting like that? The 2 players are just falling over. You'd expect more maturity from an experienced campaigner like Aziz Baich coming up against a young striker like Jing Reese. Like, I don't know, man. It seemed completely unnecessary to have a go at Jing Reese like that. Full time in the Melbourne Derby. A big win for Melbourne Victory. 3-1 in the end. Guys, thank you very much for tuning in tonight for this Melbourne Derby live watch-along. An impressive win in the end for Melbourne Victory. Velupillay, Vergos, Teague with the goals. Andrew Nabu got one back for the City in the second half. Wasn't enough in the end. Melbourne Victory, they are well and truly one of the front runners in the A League this season. A win and a draw to kick off this new campaign. Guys, enjoy the rest of your nights and your weekends. Join us tomorrow night, A-League round recap. Would love for you guys to join us here tomorrow night live as we discuss all of the round 2 matches. So I'll see you guys in just under 24 hours. Enjoy the rest of your nights. Enjoy Phoenix Glory. Enjoy the 2 matches on tomorrow as well. Thank you very much, guys. Hit the like button on the way out. My name is Lockie. This is Coast Watch Football, and I'll see you in the next one.